Active stretching, probably the most important thing before and after practices. It's extremely important for the athlete to be fully flexible in all aspects. In your shoulders, your limbs, your legs, your hips, your groin, your knees, your torso, your chest, and your back. Even your wrists need it, as well as your ankles in this game of water polo. Here are some exercises we're going to bring to you that will help you prepare properly for your max potential in the water. Check these out. Arm swings. Arm swings are important just to get your body going. You're going to notice in many of our exercises that we are actively stretching. It's not a sit and hold position, but we're constantly moving our body in motion. Here you see the players moving their arms in a circular motion, forward and backwards, just loosening up the shoulder prior to getting ready. Do about 6, 8, 10, or 12 each. Here you see the two-arm swing in a butterfly motion. This just opens up the arms and shoulders a little bit more. Here you notice a different variation of arm swings in front of your body. Just changing it up a little bit and opening up the chest and the lower back and upper back. Elbow spins. This is a great exercise to get your arms ready, as well as your elbows and forearms loosened up. Your external and internal wrists. Like I said in the game, you'll notice that wrists are the most important part of shooting the ball. This is a great drill just to have a little fun and change it up a little bit. You're moving your arms in an upward, straight out, and then lower motion. Here you see one single arm swings. Notice here the player is really turning his torso, opening up, almost in a shooting position with both the left and right hand. Going down to the lower part of your body, your legs. This is a great exercise of sitting down. You're having your hand pulls and you're working on your quads. Pulling on your quads. This also opens up your hip flexors in your groin. The water polo players, you'll notice we get a lot of injuries in our groin and hip flexors. It's extremely important that we focus on that prior to getting in the water. Here you can see how the player is leaning forward and also opening up his chest area, which makes him lean on his back. That really puts a lot of pressure on the hip and groin area to stretch those out as well. Here's an exercise to stretch out the same aspect, the quads, the hips, the groin area. Stretching out the hip, groin, and back. When he's laying on his back like that, it really opens up and puts pressure and pulls on that quad for you. You see, this player is actually pretty flexible. He can grab his toes and put a lot of pull on that hamstring and lower back. You notice here, a lot of players actually pull their foot into themselves instead of having their knee on the outside. It's a little less pressure on the kneecap right here, where you're having your knee in front of you instead of behind you. This is a great lower back and glute stretch. If you need assistance by a partner, they can come back here and push on your back right here and try to get you a little bit lower than you were able to do on your own. The butterfly stretch. It's a great exercise to get your groin and your hip flexors ready to go. Another exercise for your glute as well as your hip flexor. Here you want to really try to torque your body in a twisting motion and get that knee all the way around on the backside. This opens up your lower back as well as your vertebrae to release a lot of pressure. A lot of our passers and shooters do this drill prior to getting in the water. This opens up their shoulders, their rotator cuff. You can do it both internally and externally, pushing the arm forward as well as backwards. Be careful here on this stretch that you don't push too far. You'll feel it pulling on your rotator cuff, so just be gentle on this one. This is a great lower back exercise or stretch that opens up your hips, your vertebrae, as well as your upper back. This is a great exercise to show the egg beater. If you're able to pull your knees as high as you can up into you and the egg beater, you're going to notice you have great foundation once you get in the water with your egg beater. These are just some standard positions of stretching that you can do prior to your active stretching.